You know that moment when someone asks for your opinion and then immediately tells you why you're wrong, delusional, and maybe not cut out for the team? That's basically what happened when AT&T CEO John Stankey read the results of the company's latest employee engagement survey. And roughly 99,000 employees filled out this survey, probably hoping it would lead to, improvements, better tools. No, instead they got a 2,000-word sermon from the corner office explaining why they should stop whining and get back to the office and embrace something called a market-based culture, which sounds suspiciously like we got rid of your perks, deal with it. I've never seen so many ways of giving employees the middle finger, but saying it politely in corporate. It's just a bunch of heated oxygen. Have you ever listened to John Stankey before? Because it sounds like jargon and blame shifting and HR word vomit. And he says a whole lot without saying anything. Take a look at this video right here. AT&T John Stankey talks acquiring Lumen's mass market fiber business.
Joining me now from AT&T headquarters, and the first on CNBC interview is John Stankey. John, good to see you. So questions about this deal.
And the question doesn't make almost any sense.
First of all, how it makes money for AT&T. The street knows that fiber is a big part of your strategy overall. What's the penetration of fiber customers within these Lumen areas? How different is that from what AT&T Fiber tends to have within its areas? And how much is closing the gap going to be a benefit for you?
Well, John, it's good to see you. These are under-penetrated fiber areas, and they're undeveloped. So it's going to be a combination of us bringing our distribution, our great products, our know-how of how to penetrate these markets and bring them up.
What does any of that mean? You're going to bring your distribution and your know-how to penetrate. Can we just use normal words?
And probably a terminal penetration closer to 50%. So this transaction makes sense just on running the fiber business better. But there's also an underpenetrated dynamic for us on our wireless business.
There's more penetration talk in this video than I've seen in an adult video on the hub. And at this point in the video, I don't even really remember the initial question because we're so lost in the jargon of penetrating underdeveloped and underpenetrated markets, I guess.
Wireless is underpenetrated, perhaps also a churn reducing opportunity based on what you've tended to see.
Oh, don't forget the word churn. We have to mention churn reducing. Underpenetrated, whatever.
And so we expect that by doing this well, we can certainly help our wireless business as well, and that's going to be really good.
And customers have both fiber and wireless from you?
You hit the nail on the head. Where we have fiber, we win, and when we have fiber, we do a better job of putting both products together. As we shared with you, 4 out of every 10 AT&T fiber customers are wireless customers. And so when you look at our penetration in these markets on...
Why does it have to be this way? Why can't we just speak like people instead of gamifying every word?
Both products and services. There's a lot of upside on this. And this really is a story about growing on that asset base and driving new revenues and opportunities in these markets.
I mean, how do you think this guy asks his wife out for a date?
You're looking pretty underpenetrated lately. You're trying to head out, go get a bite to eat.
Starting just over 20 years ago, we got the smartphone for the first time as this sort of chief sales device for the wireless network. Right now, I think we're waiting for what might be a new...
All that money and those dead corporate eyes. It's good to be CEO, I guess.
Is it really going to be maybe fiber that's a seller of the wireless network as we wait for AI on the smartphone?
No, I don't know that I'd go that far. I think that what we clearly see and what we're building the company on is a belief that the need for more data, that workloads on the networks are going to increase, and AI is going to be one of those big drivers of those workloads. And so when you start thinking about things like machine vision, taking video and analyzing video in a variety of different ways, whether it's through robotics, it's through autonomy, it's through security.
This guy's just throwing out buzzwords. He's machine vision, autonomy, analyzing, penetration. What else can he? It's like he's just a dictionary of corporate jargon.
We think those workloads are going to continue to grow, and fiber becomes a really important part of that story, coupled with wireless, because it's fiber that has that symmetrical bandwidth back up into the network that makes it so effective at shipping video up. And fiber becomes not only a great way to service somebody's household or business, but it's also really important to distribute wireless networks out deeper so that you get radiating points closer to customers that increases bandwidth at the handset or whatever camera might be connected to a wireless network. And that's why this infrastructure is so critical moving forward.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so as you know, we have some different arrangements today. We're going to bring the asset entirely in-house as we go through. We're taking sole responsibility, and then we will market a portion of the infrastructure into a shared venture. We have a gigapower venture today. You should think about it possibly being something very similar to that, where we have an equity partner.
Does anybody have any idea what this video is even about anymore? Who watches this and goes, well, that's some good stuff? There's this other video from Barron's where they're interviewing him, and this is from a couple months ago, and I still, again, in this video, have almost no idea what he's talking about.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to At Barron's. I'm Andy Serwer. Welcome to our guest, John Stankey, CEO of AT&T. John, great to see you.
It's good to be with you, Andy.
So your stock has, and I should say, by the way, chairman and CEO. Congratulations on that additional role, right?
Yeah.
Chairman and CEO. Let's not forget that.
You do everything, and you're the board, huh? How's that? Congratulations, sir. Remember me when it's bonus time, please.
Guess it's time for new business cards, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
You know he's been planning that one.
Guess it's time for new business cards, huh?
Stock has really been on a tear, John. Up 60% year to date, or over the past 12 months, I should say. Market capitalization getting close to $200 billion. What's been going on?
I think we hit a 5-year high yesterday or something like that. So,
Selling you short,
yeah, that's right.
so to speak.
Look, I think what's been going on is we set out an objective about 4 years ago where we said we wanted to focus on being the nation's best communications company.
You mean a monopoly again? Like you were before?
Strong investment, getting our folks focused on that objective and become a better company every year. And we've done that. And it's quite a different business today than it probably was 4 years ago. And it's demonstrating that it can execute consistently, driving improvements in cash flow, improvements in margins, improvements in customer satisfaction, improvements in share performance, leading in bringing converged services together, both wireless and fixed. And when you do that consistently, I think the market starts to take notice of the inherent value that's in the business.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah, there is a lot to unpack there because you said a lot without saying anything, just like they all do.
Well, so on 5G, we're finishing up kind of normalizing our network. We're the
Finishing up, kind of normalizing our network, and then, like, what are you saying, bro?
network, which allows us to kind of take advantage of lower cost of equipment,
Kind of normalized to kind of take advantage, and what else are you going to not say?
performance in the network, and we'll be spending the next 2 years finishing that work. But we're well on that continuum. We've got network scores from our customers that are keeping pace with everybody in the industry, so that's really good. And fiber is by far and away the best technology. It's the most durable technology. It's the most capable technology. It's a little bit harder to put in.
How do you know anything about how hard it is to put fiber in, John? You ever done it? I would doubt it. I mean, did you show up one day, watch some people do work, they give you a hard hat, you put a little shovel of dirt on the line? Made you feel good, huh? You're one of them.
And then how do you leverage the business to make it even more profitable specifically?
Yeah, I think we're probably in the mid-innings of the game.
Mid-innings of the game. Well, how long is the game, John? It doesn't give us anything tangible to work with here.
The reason I say mid-innings is because I think that game's going to switch now because we have
That's all it really is to these people. It's just a game, and you're just ways to increase their profit margins. But what do you think about all this HR word vomit, all this CEO jargon? Let me know down in the comments below, and use your best jargon. I'd love to see it. I think we can all be an innovative, collaborative, creative commenting culture down below. I think that was pretty good just off the top of my head. But having said all that, I hope everyone is doing really well, and I'll see you in the next one.